going over a few things, what's been going on, mainly my orientation. So let's get to it. I had my orientation last week online. We heard from the director, which she's the one that mainly went over everything that I'm going to be talking about today. We went over the program policies. We went over conduct, which includes behavior, physical appearance, all sorts of things related to that. We went over things that have to be submitted prior to starting the program in August, which include a background check, drug test, physical screening, and any immunizations that are required for the program, along with obtaining our BLS card. Excuse me if I'm looking to the side, I just made a couple of notes on my iPad here. We also went over uniforms, which I've seen some of the nursing students before in campus, and I love their uniforms. They're a gray, not a dark gray, it's kind of like a light gray, and we're allowed to wear long white sleeves underneath, which, you know, looks nice. The nice thing about that too is that we don't have to wear the uniforms every day. We only have to wear them during clinicals and during lab. So in theory days, we could, you know, just come in with regular appropriate clothes. We went over our clinicals a little bit, which are said to consist of 12.5-hour shifts, which is nice, although it's a little bit more, I guess, tedious for me due to my kids and childcare situation, but my husband and I are gonna get that, you know, figured out. Some of the clinical sites are gonna be over an hour away due to where I live at and the location of the school, but once again, that will be situated. We already made it this far, so we gotta go all the way. We went over a bit of the cost of the actual program, which I had already previously looked it up in the school's website, and it's estimated around $5,600 for the whole program, which is like a steal compared to my LVN. I paid $25,000 for that because it was in a smaller, like, trade private school. I don't regret it though. I mean, it's gotten me this far. And yeah, so the director did say that they're trying to break it up even more for students, and so we're looking to spend around $500 a semester or less, depending on, you know, your individual needs and whatever goes on. So that's the perk of going to a community college, which I highly recommend. We also went over a little bit of how the schedule is going to look like once the actual first semester starts. I think we are only going to have about 24 students in the actual class. So during semester one, we are all going to be together. However, after the first semester, we are going to be split up into cohorts A and B, and this is for the program to be able to, I guess, manage the students better. So while one cohort goes over med surg, the second cohort's going to be going over psychiatric, and we won't be seeing each other again until semester 4 when we come together. And we also went a little bit over the grading system of how the school is going to be. So I haven't obtained the PowerPoints when we went over this stuff, but from what I remember is you have to score a minimum of 90% during each semester, which sounds a little bit nerve-wracking, but anything's doable, right? We already made it this far. Something that also got me surprised and got my attention was them mentioning that they changed how the NCLEX is going to be done, starting, I think, this year, or at least the year that we are supposed to graduate. So the NCLEX, you know, state, whatever board, has been working on this project for years now. And when I took my LVN exam like years ago, it was the old style, obviously. So it was more like, you know, a new question. Every time you got a question, it would change the case, it would change the scenario. And from what I've heard now it's going to be more like patient based, and perhaps mainly only, let's say, one patient so and so comes in, and these are their current lab values, and now you have to answer a question related to those lab values. However, for the following question, so and so deteriorates or something happens, now that you are given, different lab values per se, and now what would you do? Something like that. That's how I understood it, anyways, but I might be wrong. However, I am sure that it's going to be tested differently than previous NCLEX. So I guess we'll have to find out how that's going to go on now. So that pretty much sums up this video. I just wanted to do a quick update on what's been going on, like I said. For now, I am just waiting for those PowerPoints so that I can set up my appointments and get those things that are required done, like the background check and all that stuff done. We're going to be having a college kickoff in the second week of August, which is where we will be going into more detail on the actual program, the schedules, uniforms for purchase, introductions. They make me cringe, but for now I'm only taking one class. I guess like a filler, and because I know it's going to help me. It's basics of pharmacology. And I believe once the school starts, this is actually going to help me a lot since I've heard a lot about going over pharmacology during the actual RN programs. Plus, I'll be using the same textbook that I have in this course in the RN program, which is going to save me money. And who doesn't like that? So thanks for watching. I hope that you all are doing good. Remember to keep those good thoughts high and negative thoughts behind. Feel free to ask me any questions or maybe, I don't know, some personal advice. I'm still looking on what other content I can bring you. I'm thinking of doing a video on all the courses that I took that have gotten me this far. So guess just keep an eye. Thank you.